7:01. We're bad people. Here we go. Going live. Hello. My name is Jessica Lopez-Barkle. I am the theater program director for SUNY Sullivan, and tonight is our last reading for our annual reading series where we read plays based on a theme that we are interested in for our season, and then we read them and we send out a survey monkey and let the world vote for them. And back in normal times, we used to sit around just a big old table with pizza, and we would just read them very informally. And I still would send the survey monkey out, but it wasn't as public as it is right now. Last year, we decided to do it in this virtual way in a very informal fashion. You could probably go find those. They're public. They're terrible. It's fine. Whatever. This year, we thought it'd be kind of fun to let our emerging artists, emerging early career directors take these over. It's kind of the bunny hill of directing. You get to learn all the fun things about having to deal with people's schedules and a variety of fun things that early career directors never thought was really the fun part of directing, because it's not the fun part. It's just directing. There we are. So tonight is being directed by Julia Crawley. And the theme for our season this year is disability and disorder, which was inspired by an alumni of SUNY Sullivan, Brianna Warden, who wrote a play with her mother that we were supposed to premiere in, it's a Neurofibromatosis Day is in May, and we were going to premiere this play in May 2020, but, I don't really have to fill in the blanks as to what actually happened, but we didn't premiere it in the way that we had hoped. So we thought, okay, we'll put it at the end of this next season. And as the date was approaching, and one of the co-playwrights, Jana Walter, does work for public health, so we knew that we were probably going to have to postpone it again. So it's now going to be premiering in May 2022 for our 2021-2022 season. And then I got to thinking that in the times that we have been having and the highlights of who is seen and what is represented, I remembered that when I worked in New Mexico, in Albuquerque at VSA North Fourth Arts Center, I had the amazing opportunity to work with artists with disabilities, and every year we had a international festival called the Out of the Ordinary Festival, where I got to see dance performances, theater performances, music artists, visual artists from all over the world who were people who had disabilities, a variety of disabilities. We also had resident companies that were dance and theater with people with developmental disabilities. I traveled to an international fringe festival with them. And I thought, this would be a year. Let's do that. Let's do a whole season where we're examining disability, and we're examining it in a sharp and intelligent, authentic way. We always produce with SUNY Sullivan we always produce one musical, one contemporary piece, and one classic, except every other year I flip and we always produce a Golden Age of Spain play, because even though I love Shakespeare, people know that about me, I'm a bit of a Shakespeare nerd, I do think there is a Shakespeare cult, and that is all that people are trained to do for classical theater. For the most part, they learn Shakespeare. And yet the Golden Age of Spain is a lot of fun with its fight choreography, its commedia work, and a variety of other things. So every other year since we began this program, we have produced a Golden Age of Spain play, which was a lot of fun trying to find one that was on the theme of disability, but that's a whole other story. We did those for the past 2 weeks. If you want a link, email me at jbarkle@sunysullivan.edu. I'll send them to you. All right. I would like to go ahead and read our mission for this coming year, for the season. The disability community is a historically marginalized community, and SUNY Sullivan is located in a county whose largest employer is the healthcare industry that serves people with disabilities. We wanted, as I said, to bring a heightened awareness of who's absent from the room or whose story is not being told. We will focus on one classical play, as I said, from the Spanish Golden Age, a new work that is a powerful vehicle for voices from underrepresented communities, and a musical that highlights the possibilities of performance. The SUNY Sullivan Theater program will be sensitive to the fact that it is not enough to have representation on stage if the stories of marginalized people are not also represented in the work. in a thoughtful and authentic manner. We hope to partner with regional organizations to provide an array of educational opportunities to demonstrate that the art artists with disabilities make and are represented in is enriched and enhanced by the extraordinary circumstances of their lives. And with that, I would like to go ahead and hand over the virtual mic to Julia Curley, our emerging early career director, and let her introduce our final reading for this series, our last musical, Violet.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for watching tonight. My name is Julia Curley, and I am a graduate of SUNY Sullivan. I graduated in 2018 with my associates in theater and continued on to get my bachelor's in theater from SUNY New Paltz. I am an early career emerging director, actress, production manager, and I do costumes and wardrobe on the side. Enough about me. This is Violet, the musical, which I have grown in love with. It's a story about a girl who, after a horrible childhood accident, was left with a giant scar disfiguring her face. She takes this cross-country pilgrimage to visit this preacher who she believes can heal her face. Along the way, she meets some strangers who help her discover life lessons, and in turn, she helps them discover life lessons. And all in all, it's just a really beautiful story about friendship and about finding a way to be enough for yourself, no matter who you are, no matter what you look like, and no matter what your circumstances are. You deserve to love yourself. And sometimes it takes people along the way to help you realize that. Violet, along with the scar, features, Violet features sensitive topics of the disfigurement and race, because this is set in the South in 1964. So there is a trigger warning in place for that. If you need to stop the video and take a break at any point, this is the internet. So you can always come back and press play when you're ready. This will be here forever. Oh God. So without further ado, enjoy the show. This is Violet.
Act 1. The story begins on a sleepy street in a small town in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. Perhaps the only sounds to be heard at first are a breeze in the trees, a creaking window shutter, and a lazy dog sniffing up trouble. Violet is kneeling on a bench with her back to us, reading a bus schedule. Young Vi, about 13, is gathering split kindling to the percussive sound of wood being chopped. The two are in separate domains, not watching one another.
face. Nope, I win, he's terrorized. This town is a superstitious place. Next week, won't they be surprised?
Get your tickets ready.
The bus has pulled in by now. Violet and the older lady gather their bags.
Get your tickets ready. This is the Memphis bus by the way of Johnson City, Kingsport, Knoxville, Nashville, and a bunch of towns no bigger than this one. Tickets, please.
The driver,
Baltimore Captain.
the driver squints at,
Catholic?
the driver squints at Violet as she hands him her ticket. She drops a book. Violet is so involved with her bags to get it, so the old lady behind her helpfully picks it up. The old lady is on Violet's good side.
The Baltimore Catechism. A Catholic in these parts?
No, ma'am.
How you read it, I don't know. But the margin's so full of writing.
Violet snatches the book away.
It was my mama's.
Move along.
Sees the scars and says involuntarily,
Miss?
She stops on her way down the aisle to read his name from the card at the front of the bus.
And awaiting by the handstand, beneath the Greyhound station sign, have I got a ticket in my hand? Stupid. Like spruce pine or stupid. Lord, I'll haul the whole trip off in Leroy.
His grace rain or shine. Curlier and give my
It's ready. This is the Memphis bus by way of Johnson City, Kingsport, Knoxville, Nashville, and a bunch of towns no bigger than this one. Tickets, please.
Oh, you dropped your book. The Baltimore Catechism. A Catholic in these parts?
No, ma'am.
How you read it? I don't know, with the margins so full of writing.
It was my mama's.
Move along, move along. Move along, Nick. No, miss.
Mr. Wallace Weatherman, give my scar another nosy look. In a week he'll be surprised. Got my healing planned out in my book. Next week, I'll come back disguised. Well, he thinks well of himself, I can tell that. But what does he have, really? Lips thin, cheeks flat. I sure don't want mine like that. Nose bent, ears runts, got 4 eyes and he can't see once. Nothing in his face for me. His hair though isn't Cherokee, it's black enough to be. I want my own as soft as a breeze, and also curlier, please.
Do you mind if I sit here, dear? I like to be up front so as I can look out the front windows. Otherwise, I get dizzy looking off to the side.
Once I bet her eyes were green. Wonder how those eyes would look on me. Funny if she'd recognized. Finders keepers lay away and see. Next week, won't they be surprised? Praise God is started September 4th, 1964. Mama, your book says it's blessed to pity. Mama, just look, I'm a long ways from pretty. Be an angel, Mama, help to save me. Make the Lord restore the face you gave me. And I will praise his grace, rain or shine. When you see a brand new face, when you see a brand new face, when you see a brand new face, and it's mine, won't you be surprised? Won't you be surprised? Won't you be surprised? Won't you be surprised?
You going far?
You going far?
Tulsa, Oklahoma.
I've never been there. I hear the trees give out.
Sees the scar.
Oh, my goodness.
Hovers.
Of course, my mailman, Vincent Finzer, was born with a cleft palate, and he couldn't be any sweeter.
I wasn't born with this scar. I took an axe blade to split my face in two.
Well, I'm going to Nashville. The country music capital of the world. My son, he's got 3 little boys, not old enough to be in school yet. I don't know how I feel about a house full of children.
It's hot here.
Angrily at Violet or her life.
I had 8 children myself. Stevie, the youngest, I lost him to Korea. Harvey's the only other boy. The girls, of course, are scattered to the winds. They made such beautiful brides.
I hope you have a nice visit.
Oh, sorry, dear. I tell you what, though, and I know you won't think well of me for it, but I am right tired of children.
The old lady settles back. She and the other passengers begin humming.
Folks to Caroline.
Back there where so long to make my face okay. Take it any day. Praise God. I hope you have a nice visit.
Oh, it's not a visit. I maybe will move. And I tell you what, though, and I know you won't think well of me for it, but I am right tired of children.
Look at her skin, china white, tissue thin. Look how the light cuts clear to the bone. Gives her features a tone. I'd take it any day. Praise God for everyone I meet while I'm on my way. My face is mean, 80 years worth of tears. Might scrub it clean as hers and as strong. But Jesus, don't wait so long to make my face okay. At last the North Carolina border, and I'm on my way. Before another sunrise wakes me, before another night is gone, I'll find out where this highway takes me. You know I've got to travel on. Left my troubles all behind me. Back there where I climbed on board. Jordan River's where you'll find me. It's wide but not too wide to board. And as I'm going along, I carry with me promises that can't go wrong as I travel on my
First thing
way.
I'll do, go to Sal's barbecue. Greasy, messy barbecue.
Grubby hands, really fine, not like mine, no matter what. A handful of pearls, like Judy Holiday.
Wave goodbye, folks, to Carolina.
His wife thinks I'm a dragonfly, Lord.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Where do you think you're headed, Violet?
Please, Papa.
You feed the chickens?
Yes, sir. I did everything. Please?
Whatever happened? Best tell me now.
Let me go. I can handle myself. I don't need you to tell me what I need to do.
All right, go slow.
The Ellen brothers waited till you headed into town.
They came all the way up here to pester you?
Yes, sir.
You tell them only monkeys and morons laugh at ignorance?
Their deacon says the accident is just desserts, because we never go to church. Papa, is it true?
She burst into tears.
Tell you what, girl, here's a quarter.
He tucks a strand of her hair behind her ear.
There's a new picture show in town. Takes place in Tahiti or some such. While you're at it, I believe the Ellen brothers have some business with me.
She throws her arms around him.
Thank you, Papa.
He watches her go, then calls after.
Hey, go back the way go the back way so nobody sees you.
Self-righteous.
Kingsport, Tennessee, 20-minute rest stop. Anybody not back on the bus in 20 minutes won't be going on to Memphis.
The company sings as they pile off the bus into the Kingsport station. Violet takes a seat at the grill, not a table. Flick, the soldier from the bus, is seated beside her, and beside him is Monty, a white paratrooper we haven't seen before. Flick shuffles cards as they talk. A waiter gives Flick the evil eye, which the soldier doesn't notice.
You're at Fort Smith? It's where I'm headed. Wonder where you got to after basic.
Tuna fish sandwich.
Two things. One is all we got is chicken. That is some scar. Why won't see mine?
Don't know why they picked you to train kids to jump out of airplanes.
What was two?
Because I'm fearless.
Two, you should take one of our booths.
Excuse me?
Because you keep your eyes closed when you jump, like you do with your women. Never know what's going to turn up under you.
You might be more comfortable there. Problem with putting a black man in a uniform is he comes to think he's just as good as anybody else.
Flick stiffens. Monty looks up at the waiter and waits for Violet's answer.
You mean him? What if I told you we were traveling together?
The waiter snorts, slaps down a plate in front of Violet with a toothpick-speared sandwich and chips. Flick turns around in his seat and looks Violet full in the face. She snaps.
Don't think that means anything, mister.
Flick shrugs and turns back around.
I know what that must be like for people like you.
Last year, he could have been thrown in jail for sitting here. But you know what that's like.
Flick stands up and grabs his duffel.
Do you?
Come on, Monty. Let's grab a table. Leave these folks to themselves.
Problem with putting a waiter in an apron is he starts to think he's cute.
Monty slugs his beer, then slaps down the empty bottle on the counter, in imitation of the pissy waiter. He follows Flick to a table in the back.
Don't buy any more of his beers. I've got some hooch on the bus.
Flick begins to deal out the cards. Stung by Flick's words, Violet picks up the top slice of bread, stares at the chicken, pushes a few potato chips around, and she calls over.
By the way, I hate to do you any favors, but he's a mechanic. It's a way to cheat on the deal.
Flick and Monty look at one another, then at her.
One-handed grip, the mechanic's grip. It's the middle finger. He can second deal and bottom deal. He can buckle the top card with his thumb and peep.
Ain't she sweet?
Lady, what is it you want? To play?
Violet comes over to the table.
As long as it's a legal deal, I get mad if I'm cheated.
And when you're mad, I'm Grady Flickens, and they call me Flick.
Flick leans over with the mock formality to shake her hand. She cuts the deck he offers against a possibly stacked shuffle, pulling out a center third and restacking the deck 3 times. Flick grins.
And I'm Violet Carl, Spruce Pine.
Monty Harold from near to Raleigh. You gonna eat that sandwich?
She pushes it toward him.
Chickens I got at home. Why don't we play straight draw poker?
Young Vi carries on a small paper bag full of those store-bought goods she and her father can't make for themselves. Flour, coffee, etc. Her father looks at the receipt and the change she brought home.
Violet Carl.
That's all the change they gave me, Papa, every cent.
This is the 3rd time that you let them shortchange you at the store. I thought you were supposed to learn arithmetic in school.
I can add my numbers you name, and I subtract by 1s and 5s.
Where does that leave 2s, 3s, and 4s?
Miss Beaver says next year.
Next year?
Miss Young does rhythmic, but Miss Young left town all of a sudden after the 1s and the 5s because the preacher boys got her pregnant. Miss Beaver says to let that be a lesson to us, but I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Stay away from the preacher boys for a start. How much money you got saved from picking Galax?
No, Papa, that's my money. I earned it.
It was my money you lost at the store. We're gonna play some draw poker. I'll learn you to subtract by 2s, 3s, and 4s, and by 6, 7, 8s, and 9s for that matter. And poker will give you something to do with the boys when the time comes for that. And you'll never have to leave town because of it.
She comes over beside him to the table. He shuffles.
You got your broad flush, your straight flush, your forward kind, plus the flush and the straight and 3 kind. Compare it all with our hands on the pot that I can recall.
What's the pot?
We'll get there. First you said the answer, say you can't eat. Then before the days begun, we both plenty little board pennies. Not too many, just the one. Let's see what your cards are. All we got's a pair of queens and nothing more. Once you bet, you get to draw some. That's what lots of queens are for.
A penny,
That's a pair of queens.
a nickel.
There's the bet I saw. I see you now fake entry. Some say things happen by design. By the man who created your I'll take from you. Give me a break. This is supposed to be a friendly game, not a killing. 318 minus 36 cents is what?
Give me the cards. I'm dealing this one.
You know the game.
First I deal a card or two.
It's gonna win.
Then I give
Clean us
all
up.
my money.
They say it, but it's true. Yes, I'll go giving you gold.
I will see that and I'll raise you straight away. Take candy from a baby.
Yes, I'll see ya. Who taught you to play cards?
I guess you go first.
That's right, kid.
After service call. Now my card, oh my luck's first. Some say this happened by design, by the man's decree or law. I say those things fall in line by the luck of the draw.
Got a bet. See, and break. Good place.
You watch out.
What's he heard? What you got?
Some say things happen by design, by the man's decree or law. I say those things fall in line by the luck of the draw.
King. Great.
Flush.
By the luck of the draw. Hey, that's a royal flush. By the look of the draw.
Is that good? By the luck of the draw.
Oh, no. By the look of the draw.
Flick and Violet reboard. Monty follows after, giving the driver his ticket.
Damn. If Violet hadn't won that hand, I'd say those cards was marked.
Flick is so good. He doesn't have to cheat. I've been watching real close. But you.
Don't hurt the man's pride now.
No need to spare my feelings.
Every time you say, whose play is it? You're holding the pair. And when you lift the cards up close to your nose, it's because you're about to bluff.
Damn. What kind of girl knows poker like that?
I grew up on a mountain, high up on one. With Mama dead, shuffling cards by a kerosene lamp was all left to me and my papa. Once I passed 15, we'd drink together too.
Moonshine?
Applejack or a beer he made from a potato peel.
Sorry to hear about your mama. You want to drink this?
He offers his flask.
And where are you heading now?
It's a pilgrimage. I'm going to see this television preacher in Tulsa, the one that heals. And I'm coming home pretty. With this face, I think that counts as healing. I'll even trade if he says to. I'd take somebody's weak eyes or deaf ears. I tried to get down to Charlotte last year when he set up his 8-pole canvas cathedral tent. Seats 15,000, but I didn't have enough saved yet. No, funny.
He's just got a cough there.
Let the Lord give me a cough, so long as I'm healed of my looks while I'm still young enough. I don't know what you think is so funny.
We don't think it's funny.
How come you're both laughing at me then?
I'm not laughing.
Listen, I'll take on that scar and a game leg. Besides, if your preacher makes me a warrant officer.
Don't be ridiculous.
Okay. How about we just swap faces? Clean and simple.
But what do I want with colored skin? No offense, but I want people to think I'm pretty.
But Flick is offended, and he gets up and goes back to the bus bathroom.
Well, you said you'd swap it off. What's wrong if I don't want it any more than you? He's drinking his cards, and I hurt Flick's feelings. I ought to be the expert in hurt feelings.
He calls back.
Flick!
Don't worry about him. He's just having a smoke in the bathroom.
Moves closer to her.
How old are you? 30?
25.
Your papa's still alive?
Just 20 questions. What's the prize?
Pass the time, that's all.
My papa died 3 years ago. He left me some money and I saved a bunch more so I can make this trip.
I bet your preacher's a good-looking man.
Maybe you think with your uglies. I prefer to use my head.
I think your preacher's a fake. Even ever see a doctor agree to what he's done?
I've seen enough doctors for a lifetime. Papa took me to some in Charlotte for my 18th birthday. They all said he waited too long. It's never too late, is what the preacher says.
Don't suppose you got a man back home?
Violet gives him the look she gave Leroy Evans earlier.
Nope. All on my lonesome.
Explains a lot. If you had a man, he wouldn't let you make a trip like this.
How would you know?
Someone sure has had some troubles. A girl on the mountain alone. Nothing but her chores to do. No one near worth talking to. Feeling sorry for herself for being on her own.
You have all of the answers to the stupidest questions. But the truth is never so pat. Try and wrap your mind around that. Someone sure has had it easy. A boy in the skin of a man. Thinks he's born a gift to women. Thinks he's irresistible. Thinks what no one else has managed. He's the one who can. I got news for you, sweetie pie. I'm the one who can see you're lying. Better hope there's a doctor by when I reach for the shame you're trying to hide.
You think you know the answers, but you don't know the questions. Bet the truth would knock your ass flat. Try and wrap your mind around that. Things get pretty wicked out there. Tulsa just ain't like your farm. Best be careful now, you hear? Ugly everywhere you look. What you ought to cultivate's a healthy dose of fear. And don't count on...
Don't count on your TV padre for nothing. Things are mean and ugly in this world. I mean, act ugly, do ugly, be ugly. Flick will tell you.
Act ugly, do ugly, be ugly. That could only be the motto of a pretty boy.
Long as you figure you got a miracle due, why not ask that preacher to make you a man? Wouldn't make no difference if you was ugly or not. You'd never have to be pregnant either.
If I could be a man like you, maybe I would ask. With hair like yours, and I'd want a beard to match. I bet your hair gets lighter in the summers, doesn't it?
Is that how you like it?
You watch. I'll ask to be a man like you in Tulsa, so I can change colors like the leaves.
You think you're funny, don't you? What you got here?
He grabs her catechism.
Give me that!
Oh, stuff's falling out.
Give it to hell!
What's in the envelope? Love letters?
He waves it in front of her, taunting her.
Damn you!
Flick returns from the bathroom.
That ain't no way for one of God's children to talk. Flick, catch!
He finds at throwing the book to Flick.
I can make a dead man come. Flick catch. Grow up, Monty. Both of you.
It was my mama's.
Violet, where is it?
Where is what?
Young lady, am I going to have to come out there?
If you want your...
Violet, where is it?
Where is what?
Young lady, am I going to have to come up there?
If you want your reading glasses, you left them on the table.
She hears her father's footsteps thundering up the stairs. She scrambles to hide the book.
Whatever, I didn't mean it.
When you were younger, you didn't keep any secrets from me. What changed?
Papa, I'm almost 14.
And when did I say you could have your mama's book?
On my 16th birthday.
Take off the hat. And why did I say it?
There are things in its pages not suitable for a young girl.
Well?
He shyly produces the book.
It's only a catechism.
It's what she wrote inside it that worries. So mindful of heaven, she was no earthly good.
Is it true she only had the choice of any boy in the 5 counties hereabouts?
Is that what she says?
He opens the books and flips through its pages.
I suppose she liked best the boys who were dense and traveling.
You're the expert.
Why don't you like me asking no questions?
Any questions?
You don't talk proper.
And because I don't, people think I'm stupid. I hate to see you take after me there.
I'm nothing like you. Sometimes I wonder if I'm even yours.
You're mine, all right, full of questions.
Offers her his hand.
I'm feeling lucky tonight. I got a quarter says you can't win a single hand.
You're on.
A new driver speaks over the PA system in the Nashville station.
Bus 322 to Memphis, making all local stops. We'll be leaving the Nashville station in 15 minutes. Connections are available in Memphis to all points west. Passengers reboarding bus 322 may reclaim your seats at any time.
The old lady makes her way over to Violet, who is reading a new movie magazine she has purchased at the station newsstand. Flick and Monty are sitting nearby playing cards.
Come to say goodbye?
Why don't you stop the night with me and my boy? Harvey won't mind. That's him over there.
He waves to him.
You can wash and change clothes and catch a new bus tomorrow.
No, thank you. I'm in a hurry to get to Tulsa.
You got to overnight in Memphis anyway. Why not spend that night here?
Why not spend it in Memphis?
A girl alone? A girl that maybe feels she's got to prove something? Some people might try to take advantage.
She does not look at the soldiers.
Next week, when I'm pretty, I hope I'll have that problem. Thank you, but no.
Young lady, don't you think you're being unrealistic?
Excuse me?
Obviously, what with your... I understand you maybe don't have many opportunities for... Do you really think these soldiers are the answer?
Monty raises his hand like a schoolboy.
I must have missed the question. Did you hear a question, Flick?
I don't think I did.
What I mean is, I had looks. Once. In the end, it don't amount to much.
And you are living proof of that.
Don't be mean to her.
And you, young man, when you could have any woman in the world, to toy with this young woman's hankerings is cruelty, plain and simple.
Don't trip on your way out. Break that hip of yours.
The old lady whacks Monty with her purse.
Sticks and stones! Sticks and stones!
The old lady exits in a hurry.
That was real nice of you. Thanks.
I was helping you get rid of her.
You call that help? Did you think I'd be impressed?
Why would I want to impress you?
Ask yourself.
Why you didn't just leave her be, soldier?
You're gonna spend this whole trip mad at me? After all those hands I let you in?
Let me win. Lady, I can mop up the floor with you anytime you run. Like I'm doing with Monty right now.
Oh, that's right, Flick. We're traveling together. He's been in the family for generations.
You better watch your mouth, Corporal.
Yes, sir.
You want to take this outside?
Anytime you want.
Stop it. Couple of barnyard cocks. Ever chop the head off of one? Brain the size of a walnut. Tiny little peckers, too.
Looks at her quizzically for a moment.
You're a kick.
She's got your number, Montgomery.
Montgomery? I'm so sorry I haven't been calling you by your proper name.
Flick, you are in so much trouble now.
I can't believe, Montgomery, the way you treated that poor old lady. She can't be all that happy. She definitely not happy about Harvey's children. She made as much as told me that. If she used to be pretty. Could a person be changed in Tulsa and not be any different?
You'd be different. Of course, there's no telling how. What is it you want to change? I mean, besides, you know.
I'm not telling. You'll only make fun.
Someone's gone fishing.
Shut up, Monty. He'll behave, I promise.
Promise, Montgomery?
Long as you don't call me that.
I'd like a pair of Jean Tierney eyes. Try Monty's mouth on for size. A little fuller though. A mouth so soft there's no end of romance.
What's a mouth got to do with romance? You got to ask, you'll never know. I've been with more than you, my friend. None of yours want seconds though. Mine all come back for more. Yeah, me.
Boys, when I'm in line for my miracle and the preacher is all set to go, I know just what I'll ask for, but I'm not telling you at least till you stop squabbling and pretend you're actually listening.
Pretty please, violet with sugar on top.
If I had gypsy hair and a face to match it, no traces anywhere of a wayward hatchet, I could be Sid Charisse, shooting on location in some far-off and tiny nation. Oh, with lips like those, I'd look almost shameless. Oh, but at the nose, now I'm pure and blameless. If Sid Charisse isn't, that's how it goes. I love her all, I love her all, I love her all to pieces. I love her all, I love her all, I love her all to pieces. I could be a leading lady, present tense and background shady. Take an hour or two to go from down and heel to tippy toe, from no big deal to the star of a picture show.
You should ask that preacher for some Ursula Andress legs.
And I think my legs are fine.
What you need is some Ursula Andress there.
I can't believe you just said that.
Not that it matters to me, but you said a leading lady is what you want to be. How else you gonna go light up a picture show?
Give me just a minute though to pillage my portfolio. Borrow Elkie Summers' hair with Judy Garland's pretty chin, but Ava Gardner for the eyebrows, Bergman cheekbones under gypsy eyes. I could shine like a moonbeam, turning heads on my first night in town, in town. All I need is someone to wonder, who is she, to ask how to meet me, to love me all to pieces. I love her all, I love her all, I love her all to pieces.
past and present interweave as young Violet runs on singing to herself, gathering split kindling into a pile. From a new vantage point, we can see her father chopping wood in time to her song.
You know what, Monty? Both of you, drop dead.
This song doesn't exist, so if Angie, if you wouldn't mind coming into screen and just reading the lyrics for us, I would appreciate it. Thank you.
There's honey in the bushes, Lord, and water in the well. Mama, wise men have hands. If I tell you, don't you tell. Go ask your beau, he understands. There's honey in the bushes, Lord, and water in the...
Violet, watch out.
Young Violet straightens, her mouth open wide, terrified. The scene settles in the preacher's chapel.
Watch out, everyone. Watch out, demons. The Lord is on to you tonight. Você savota liva ground, maisa saila ora, si saila posh brone basa isais vone basha, ilachim. He's got me speaking in tongues tonight. Glory to God, there is a girl in the center section who can feel her facial scar beginning to heal.
Young Violet screams again, decisively now.
Is this the girl with the scar? Come up here and tell us what's happened.
God is with me. I can feel him.
God is with you.
Yes, he is.
Tell the folks at home, where did the scar come from?
I was hit by an axe blade.
By the blade of an axe. And you've had it how many years now?
Ever since I was 13.
And she was 13. Friends, and are you ready for a healing touch?
Yes.
Are you ready for God's power as it is manifested in my hands?
Yes.
Are you ready to be healed?
Yes.
Virgil joins the preacher on stage, standing behind young Vi. The preacher lays his hands on her face. At the conclusion of the healing, young Vi collapses backwards into Virgil's arms.
Praise the Lord, for he has healed thee of thy scar. Go forth now, go forth and shout. Doctors didn't help her, operations didn't help her, but suddenly she's healed by the power of God. See what I want you to grab hold of? Every one of you in your homes as well as here. Prayer knows no bounds. God's here tonight. God is there, God is everywhere. You don't need to leave home for a miracle. If you reach out your fingers just like this, match your fingers to mine on your television screen. Do you feel God's power coming through that screen? Look at what my Jesus has done.
Violet has her eyes closed and dreamily joins in the preacher's tunes, finally taking it over.
He made a dumb man speak. A lame man run. Lord Almighty, thank you for your son.
Ole, you sleeping?
Daydreaming.
Still mad at us? Anyway, I thought you want to see this. The Wolf River.
What's so impressive about that dinky old thing?
Means we're almost to Memphis. The Wolf dumps into the Mississippi. Now that's a river.
Seems funny I'll be crossing such a big old river soon. Hundreds of miles from North Carolina, where I've never even seen the ocean back home.
Someday, you come down to the seashore, Violet, Cherry Grove, OD, around there. Watch us tow these big nets up on the sand with trucks, all us men up to our necks in the surf.
You do that?
When I'm home.
A few hours ago, I was so mad at you I could spit.
Mm-hmm. Afterwards, you know what? We strip and dress by this big fire on the beach and make chowder while the cold wind is blowing.
Know what I think? You couldn't wait to leave your hometown. Same as me.
Why do you say that?
Up to your neck in the surf is fine, I accept, long as you keep it to once a year.
What else you got to tell me?
Oh, I don't know. I never knew a Negro to talk to before. We don't see too many in the mountains. You're like a foreigner to me.
All I am is a man, Violet, just like anyone.
How'd you get the name Flick?
When you go to say Fliggins, but you come up short, that's me.
You like it in the Army?
Well, now I'm a two-rocker sergeant. I can order the likes of Monty around. Where else am I going to get that? Post office? Cigarette factory back home? So.
Monty says Johnson could send you two to Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
I think Monty maybe wants to go.
Man has an easy life. He looks forward to danger. Of course, when you join the Army, you know the risk going in. I always make it the point to, know what I'm getting into. How much you know about this TV preacher?
He works miracles for a start.
Most people think faith healers are frauds, Violet, as a rule.
What if he's the exception? Besides, after Papa died, I tried everything else. Doctors, snake handlers, even a Catholic church once, like Mama's. They were no help. Plus, I tried to be healed at home. The preacher stretches out his fingers, and you match them on the screen. But God's power was too filtered and thinned down for me. What? You don't believe in God?
I sure don't believe he's going to come to me through a TV screen.
You would if you needed to bad enough.
I'd believe in the tooth fairy if I needed to bad enough.
I'm serious, Flick. People take one look at this and figure that's all there is to me. You think I can change this on my own before it's too late?
Too late for what?
Remember the first time you looked at me? Like you'd seen worse things? It's what I liked about you. Most people, though, I had to lie to myself. Act like making this trip wouldn't be hard. I never could have left Spruce Pine if I hadn't.
So what do you need with this preacher? You came this far without him?
But what if I can be the preacher to what Goliath was to David? And need so giant, I will drive him into action. So giant that God could be invented on the spot.
Violet, let me tell you something. You got to do what you got to do, but in the end, you do it alone. You choose your road, then you walk it, one step at a time.
Raise your foot now, that's the way. Come on now. You'll be moving on today. Raise the other, put it down. Now you're headed into town. Whoa, boy, you got left, right. Oh, boy, ain't that right? Got some years ahead to go. You'll go free if you take it slow. Oh, boy, you got left, right. Oh, boy, ain't that right? Two kinds of people in this world. Some say yes and some say no. Time to say which side you're on. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Say yes and your adventure start. Not always as expected. Say no, you stay apart, but you stay protected. You got to give yourself a reason to rejoice. For the music you make counts for everything. Now every living soul has got a voice. You got to give it room and let it sing. My family never had too much, made the best of every day. Ate what's on our plates, never threw a thing away. We kept our nightmares on the shelf. Our dreams were on the table. Pass them down and help yourself as long as you are able. My mama told me, son, forget what might have been. Give yourself a break, whatever's happening. Don't let your spirit song come closing go free if you take it slow. You got some years, it won't be long, and you'll be free to sing your song. Oh, boy, you got left, right, oh, boy. There's precious little really folks like us control. But you can make your music from the simplest thing, and you're the one has got to tend your soul. You got to give it room and let it sing. You got to give it room and let it sing. You got to let it sing. You got to let it sing. You got to give it room and let it sing.
Come for you two.
Montgomery,
It's Monty.
what might you want?
We're almost to Memphis, Flick. We gotta get off the bus and change anyway. Long as we don't have to report till Monday. How about a little R&R?
Sure. Want to join us, Violet?
Flick, Violet's got a big day ahead of her tomorrow. With that preacher pulling rabbits out of hats and all. I don't think she's gonna want to join us in the big city.
Memphis, last stop. Check inside the station for connection times.
People pile off the bus, start collecting their luggage.
You thought about what you're going to do here? Most folks have to wait a long time.
Some of Mama's cousins live in Memphis. I was thinking they might rest me overnight.
These relatives know you're coming, Violet?
I never even met them. But as soon as I show up and tell them who I am, then maybe they'd...
Probably been years since you heard from one. Kinfolk can be a bad surprise.
Only cousin I had got drunk, drove a tractor over his baby brother. Did it on purpose, too.
You are such a liar.
Monty's grin is his answer.
I know a woman runs a boarding house here. She won't give us any trouble. We can stay there tonight and ride on tomorrow. We'll give you a nice room.
I don't know.
You know us better than your relatives. Do you some good, too. Have some fun. Find some little place on Bill Street and have a beer.
No, thank you. I don't think it would be right.
There. You see, that would be the real miracle. Getting Violet to have some fun.
You look like you could use an extra hand.
Flick helps with her suitcase.
I'll go call you a cab, Violet.
Thanks, Flick, for asking me. Thanks for everything.
They almost embrace, but don't. The other passengers have disappeared. Flick and Violet are standing in the shadows of the garage, not inside the station proper. A man in mechanic's overalls approaches.
Hey, boy, what do all them stripes make you? A buck sergeant, a staff sergeant? What?
We don't want no trouble, mister.
Because they don't make you jack shit in Tennessee.
Mister, if you want to walk out of here without help, you better start walking right now.
Rufus, you believe this, boy?
Rufus appears, cleaning his fingernails with the knife.
He's all duded up, ain't he?
I guess he figures as long as he's got the uniform, he's entitled to one of our girls, right? No matter what she looks like.
You filthy!
Violet tries to slug the mechanic, but Flick catches her before she can.
Nice try, Missy.
As Flick pulls her away, the mechanic shoves Flick, who shoves the mechanic back as Monty returns.
Yeah!
Monty and Rufus fight. Monty disarms him, but Rufus punches him in the gut. He doubles over.
Here we go, boy.
The mechanic picks up a crowbar.
Are you okay?
Come on.
Flick blocks several blows with his duffel bag, then manages to wrest the crowbar away from the mechanic. He races it over his head, threatening the mechanic, who panics.
Watch your stuff!
Rufus has taken Violet's purse and suitcase.
Give it back!
She grabs onto her purse, Rufus lets go of it, and runs off with the suitcase.
Sheriff!
The mechanic runs away.
Hot damn! I ever get into another fight? Make sure you're on my side. Violet, too.
Are you all right?
Yeah. You?
I lost my suitcase.
You better not go after it. Anything important in there?
The dress I was going to wear tomorrow. My relative's number.
You're gonna have to stay with us then. It's some kind of, what do you call it? Suspicious omen.
Try that again.
There's your first miracle right there. I called it, remember? Unless you're afraid of a colored establishment.
No. But how cheap is it?
Under 5.
All right. But I'm taking the 6 a.m. bus out of here, with or without you two. I don't know what I'm going to do about that dress.
As they walk in one direction, a bed rolls on from another, with the landlady following. There is a radio on a bedside table. Violet kicks off her shoes and steps onto the bed. Monty and Flick watch her.
Comfy?
As a roll of fence wire.
It wasn't made to be stood on, miss.
They hear a blues guitar solo through an open window.
Hear that? I bet if you could be black on Bill Street for 5 minutes tonight, you wouldn't ever go back. Where's the ice machine?
In the hall. Let me show you.
Monty throws a gum wrapper on the floor. The landlady glares at him and swats him.
Violet, you freshen up, then come on down to our room.
Flick leaves, swatting Monty as he goes.
Why is everybody always hitting me?
He lingers, leaning against the doorframe.
After tonight, you'll have something real to write in that book of yours. Something to remember.
So many things you can't remember, even by writing them down.
Hearing raised voices out in the hall, Violet and Monty fall silent.
What's the matter? You crazy? Bringing those two here. This ain't New York City. Anyone finds out about that girl, there's gonna be trouble.
Oh, Meta, come on. Her suitcase was stolen.
She could lose 5 suitcases and have a dozen scars and she'd still be white. I got a business to consider.
Flick pulls a $20 bill out of his wallet.
All right. Y'all can stay the night, but don't you ever bring them back here again. And if you leave the premises, use the exit on the alley.
Maybe this was a bad idea.
Nah. We'll go get drunker than my old cousin, draw some dirty pictures in your book. You come on down the hall and get drunk enough to drive a tractor, all right?
When he leaves, Violet takes off her dress and lies down on her bed in her slip.
Now that's the way you'll be moving on today. Raise the other, put it down.
Papa? Papa, it's me! Violet!
Well, look at you. Now you can get your face back.
I had a miracle.
About time, too. Your old man could use a little peace and quiet. Remember what I taught you?
It needs painting, but the flowers you see, I painted them myself, all along the path.
What's this flower? What's that?
A mean face I measured up to scare people away. I've been here so long by myself, I talk to it sometimes.
Just as long as it don't talk back.
Look, Papa, it's the old lady. And don't you look relaxed.
Old-fashioned.
Your dress, it's pretty.
My drink, it's bourbon. Harvey makes a powerful, relaxing old-fashioned.
I'd like you to meet my papa.
Pleased to meet you, son.
He's your age. I mean, he would be.
I understand, dear.
Time's funny that way. Time changed for me after her mother died. I could lie awake a year between sundown and sunup. Next morning, Violet would be a day older. I'd be 365.
You ought to try one of these.
I think I ought to go.
No! Stay!
You got men folk coming. I'll be on my way.
I'm not expecting anyone.
Let him go, dear.
Ladies, who here wants to dance?
Oh, my.
Little sister, care for a spin?
Isn't he fine?
But on the bus.
Honey, I'm not on the bus now. He puts me in mind of my Raymond when he was young.
Little sister, look over here.
It's a white-tailed deer. She'll come up and eat out of my hand if I'm still.
Wow, look at her all sprawled out like that. Huh, what's this? Praise God for Memphis and for 2 new friends. Hey, one of them is me.
I think I hear the children calling.
Will you dance with me again?
I don't feel like I should be reading this. Not with her all laid out like that. Without the clothes, the vision isn't a hell of a lot improved.
I don't think I want to hear anymore.
Mr. Wallace Weatherman's black hair is a charity. And her skin shiny white, tissue thin. 2 kinds of people in this world. Some say yes and some say. I'd like a pair of Jean Tierney eyes. Try Monty's mouth on for size. A little fuller though. Act ugly, do ugly, be ugly. What do you know about it, blue-eyed boy? There's a Gideon Bible in my room that someone wrote a lot of dirty words in. It sounds like something Montgomery would do. You think you got the answers, don't you? Not a question or doubt. Well, you're full of shit, so darling, won't you be a good Girl Scout? Take a hike, take the scenic route. Cause ever since you sat with Flick and me, well, things ain't the same. You never act like other women, and he acts like he's tame. You're a pain in the ass, got no kind of class, and a tongue with a nasty aim. But what is it about you? You're different. That's what. Good looking, you're anything but annoying as hell at the start. Of course I know that scar must reach to your heart. You're different. That's all. Just how though is harder to call. Like a back road I think will dead end. That I travel past where I intend. Cause it seems to unravel around every bend. You know what I think it is. You've got no defenses against me. Most other girls would have walled up around them, then expect me to climb till I found them. You're different, that's it. And more than I care to admit, there's something you've got going for you. Means that there's no way I can ignore you. That's all.
Enters holding a Coke and a flask.
What are you doing? Aren't you going to wake her up?
Stashes Violet's book away.
I was about to,
She'll need time to get ready.
but Flick, are you ready?
To do what?
Get loaded, get plastered. It's the principal skill we mastered. Go to it, you bastard. We can do it again and again and again and again. Now she's waking up.
Now she's waking up.
Violet now makes a show of stretching and yawning.
Look who's back in the world. We carried you a soda pop, plus something to spruce it up.
Flick spikes her soda and hands it to her.
Now turn your faces. I have to tell you something.
They turn away as she dresses.
I dreamed you two came to my house on the mountain, and Monty was rooting for something in my sock drawer. This is peppery. Monty was like Burt Lancaster or something. Where's that music coming from again?
Find out. Let's get boozy, get hazy. Careful, Violet. Whoopsie daisy. Go to it, get crazy. We can do it again and again and again and again and again.
Hey, I'm dying for what you got there. Maybe I'm lying, what do you care? Oh, lonely stranger, no stranger than anyone here. I'm in no danger as long as you're near. Don't you leave me. Don't ever go. Please believe me. I know. Yeah. Hey, I'm dying to do something wrong. There's no denying strings it along. Woo! Just met me. You'll never stay. You'll forget me someday. Lonely stranger, no stranger to what's in my heart. Am I in danger? In danger, letting this start?
How did I get so blue? Seems I don't have anyone. When right now anyone will do.
Where's Monty?
Well, I thought he was right behind us. You want to wait up for him?
He can handle himself.
It's at that hour of the night. If I'm alone, I'm not alright. Don't know what I'll do if I can't have you to hold tonight.
You know, as big a city as Memphis is, and I don't even have a lock on my door. Should I be worried?
I've been wondering something.
What is it?
Does this ever hurt you?
Only when the weather changes. Flick.
If you looking for your times, Flicks is on
joined his base. And I left yours in your own room.
Good night then.
See you in the morning.
Didn't I tell you about that white gal?
Maybe there's a man outside my door. Hey there, mister, how are you? You could be just anyone. When right now anyone would do.
Violet finds her bed, gets in it, and sleeps. Monty approaches the door. He touches the handle, and when it swings open, he enters Violet's room. She is awakened when he crashes into a chair and curses.
What? What? I can't hear you. Monty, I can't hear you.
Oh, Violet.
Where's Flick?
I could wake him up. I get awful crowded, though. What's that smell? Licorice?
Nice. To keep my dreams sweet.
Honey, you ain't dreaming now.
He puts her hand in his lap. She pulls him down to her, and as they kiss, the lights fade. On the last day of high school, a boy follows young Vi home.
What up, Violet? Wait for me.
Billy Dean, Ellen, what do you follow me for? You going home.
Come on, Violet, slow down.
What is it you want?
Ain't you never had a boy follow you home from school before?
You know the answer to that.
Still, you know what it means, right?
She raises her eyebrows, waiting. He rolls his eyes.
Means I like you. Means I want to get with you.
Who put you up to this?
Nobody. Honest.
Billy Dean, you are so dumb. One day you're calling me names, the next I'm supposed to think you're sweet on me?
Names? What names?
Axe head, freak face.
Oh.
Monty and Violet are sitting up, talking in her bed. Monty is half asleep.
Do you think, Violet? Black leather pants, jacket, tools stuck all over my body with duct tape.
Secret life of boys.
Come on, Violet. One day I'll come through Spruce Pine flat out. Throw you up behind me on my cycle. We'll lean all the way through them mountains. Would you like that? Take you through all the creeks and ditches. You can just holler and hang on.
He yawns.
Look, they found out I never done it. They asked me when you get with a girl and you hit the bump, does it go off to the left or the right? And I didn't know.
Billy Dean, why didn't you just answer? You even had odds of getting it right.
He still doesn't get it. She laughs at him.
How much are you getting for this?
Come on, Violet.
How much?
$5? We could split it.
I don't want the money. I want you to be gentle.
I'll be gentle.
And Billy Dean, here's a tip. There isn't any bump.
My Norton, though, she's a working piece of iron. I mean, she has guts.
Another yawn overtakes him.
You're not going to sleep on me.
You tired?
You're the one who woke me up.
Are you sorry that I did? Anyway, I wasn't the first, was I?
So?
So I hope he was as good as me. My Norton, though, she got the best front forks of anybody. She'll nearly roll you up a tree trunk and right down the other side.
He drops off.
Look at your little hairs.
She touches his hair. He groggily brushes her hand away.
It's like a shoe brush. Sleepy now, you've done your business, aren't you?
He falls against her.
No, you don't. Don't go leaning on me. What if I want to lean? Ever think of that? There's no keeping you up, is there? Go ahead then. Go to sleep on me.
Smell licorice?
Eggs. To keep my dreams sweet.
Honey, you ain't dreaming now.
Brush. Sleeping now, you done your business, aren't you? No, you're not going to sleep on me. What if I want to lean? Ever think of that? There's no keeping you up, is there? Well, go ahead. Go to sleep on me. Lay down your head and sleep, sleep. I'll be your pillow, soft and deep. Leave me your troubles, I will keep your days gone by, your days gone by. Lay down your head and dream, dream. You're so much gentler than you seem. Is there a chance you might redeem my days gone by? My days gone by. And oh, his breath is so warm. My short and my ears are ringing everywhere. My skin is singing. Lay down your head and sleep, sleep. I will be pleased your soul to keep. Give yourself over to the deep of days gone by, of days gone by. By the time you come knocking, my love, stranger at my door, keep waiting for. Hey baby, how are you? You tell me, still you got me just anyone. Baby, you may be a stranger at my door. Maybe there's a stranger.
If you are like me, you have no boobs. You would like to have boobs, but that's just not in the cards for you.
You know why he's doing that, right? Because it's easier than talking.
Yay, awesome. Okay, that's the end of that song. We're gonna go to an intermission right now, and if you want to join your lobby, which is otherwise known as your kitchen or your living room, and visit your restrooms, otherwise known as your own bathroom, please do so. We will take it out with a song. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Yay, YouTube and its ability to put on the most random things ever as a commercial while we're doing live theater. Yay, live theater moments. Love it. All right. Have a good intermission. We'll see you in about 5 minutes. Thank you so much.
Whoa! Whoa! Where do you think you're headed, Violet?
Please, Papa.
You feed the chickens?
Yes, sir. I did everything. Please.
Whatever happened, best tell me now.
Let me go. I can handle them myself. I don't
All right. Go slow. we up here just to pester you?
Yes, sir.
You tell them only monkeys and morons laugh out of ignorance?
Their deacon says the accident is just desserts because we never go to church. Papa, is that true?
Tell you what, girl, here's a quarter. There's a new picture show in town. It takes place in Tahiti, some such. While you're at it, I believe the Elam brothers have some business with me.
Thank you, Papa.
Hey, go the back way so nobody sees you.
Kingsport, Tennessee. 20-minute rest stop. Anybody knocked back on the bus in 20 minutes won't be going down to Memphis. At least not today.
M&M's good and plenty. Stretch your legs and grab some coats. Have a Tootsie Roll of 20. Get another pack of smokes. Apple cobbler on the load. Cup of coffee for the road. I'll have some coffee for the road.
Oh, no. Back by the kitchen. Back
Cracker.
where you belong. Just get where you belong.
And your
Going to
mama.
Get something at the grill. I guess so. Save me a place then at a nice table. I have to go to the ladies first. Feast your eyes, feed your body. Have a sandwich jumbo size. Hope the burgers ain't too shoddy. Want some ketchup on them fries. Apple cobbler a la mode. Cup of coffee for the road. I'll have some coffee for the road.
You're at Fort Smith? That's where I'm heading. I wonder where you got to after basic.
Tuna fish sandwich.
Two things. One, all we got is chicken. Whoa! That is some scarf. Want to see mine?
Don't know why they picked you to train kids to jump out of airplanes.
What was two?
Because I'm fearless.
Two, you might want to sit at one of our tables.
Excuse me?
Because you keep your eyes closed when you jump. Like you do with your women. Never know what's going to turn up under you.
You might be more comfortable there. Seems like when you put a nigger in a uniform, he starts thinking he's as good as everybody else.
You mean him? Well, what if I told you we're traveling together?
Yeah.
Well, don't think this means anything, mister. I know what it must be like for you people.
Last year he could have been thrown in jail for sitting there. But you must know what that's like.
Do you?
Come on, Monty. Let's grab this table and leave these folks to themselves.
Problem putting a waiter in an apron is he starts to thinking he's cute.
And don't buy any more of his beers. I've got some boots on the bus.
By the way, I hate to do you any favors, but he's a mechanic. It's a way to cheat on a deal. One-handed grip, the mechanic's grip, it's the middle finger. He can second deal and bottom deal. He can buckle the top card with his thumb and peep.
Ain't she sweet?
Lady, what is it that you want?
To play?
Long as it's a legal deal, I get mad if I'm cheated.
And mean when you're mad. I'm Grady Fliggins, and they call me Flick.
And I'm Violet Carl, Spruce Pine.
Monty Hale from out near Raleigh. You gonna eat that sandwich?
Chickens I got at home. Why don't we play straight draw poker?
Violet, Carl!
That's all the change they gave me, Papa. Every cent.
This is the third time you let them shortchange you at the store. Thought you were supposed to learn arithmetic in school.
I can add any numbers you name. And I can subtract by ones and fives.
Where does that leave 2s, 3s, and 4s?
Miss Bieber says next year.
Next year?
Miss Young does arithmetic. But Miss Young left town all of a sudden after the ones and fives because the preacher's boy got her pregnant. Miss Bieber says to let that be a lesson to us, but what's that supposed to mean?
Stay away from the preacher's boy for a start. How much money you got saved from picking Galax?
No, Papa, that's my money. I earned it.
It was my money you lost at the store. We're gonna play.
All right, live YouTube watchers of Violet music by Jeanine Tesori, and lyrics and book by Brian Crawley, directed this evening by Julia Curley. We are back. I hope you got your drinks, etc., and hopefully things will go the way they're supposed to, as things should. I'll let JJ bring us in, our stage direction reader and stage manager for this production, and hopefully the next song will be correct.
Act 2. By this time of night, the first passengers on the bus are talked out and hypnotized by the rhythms of the turn signal, the windshield wipers, and the driving rain.
Calling all soldier boys, this is Fort Smith, Arkansas. For no fault of mine, the rest of us get 10 minutes to use the facilities.
The sound of a car horn, a shuddering diesel engine, the horn again, and finally the pneumatic shush of a bus door opening. The driver and a few passengers leave. Monty stirs in his seat beside Violet.
Ready or not, Montgomery?
Monty. You're doing that on purpose.
What are you gonna do about it?
Wait right here, Violet. You got a surprise coming.
As he leaves, Flicks comes forward to where Violet is. With the seat beside her now empty, he takes it.
Fort Smith's the last rest stop you get. Don't you want to get up and stretch?
I'm okay.
What happened to Monty?
He's buying me candy and sodas like he's been doing all day. I think at this point I could ride as Norton by hearsay alone. Slide it through the corners, fight for the grove, pop the throttle, come into the straight. Do that for 10 laps and I get the big money.
Let me see that gum wrapper. Here's my address. You keep it. Never can tell. After Fort Smith, it's straight up to Tulsa. Maybe 2-3 hours. You excited?
I don't even know what the street the Hope and the Glory building's on. Can I borrow your pencil?
You gonna write me out your address?
I was gonna write, "This is the day which the Lord hath made." But come to think of it, before Memphis, what kind of days was he sending me?
She tears off a piece of a page and writes something down.
Here's my address.
You wish you'd stayed in the mountains?
Almost, though I never would have met Monty then.
Right.
Or
Best
you.
of luck to you then.
I meant you too. I mean,
all this candy and shit, excuse my French. Know why Monty's buying it? Because he thinks that's easier in talking to you. There's a man you can count on.
What do you know about it?
I know a plain girl when I see one. With dreams don't make no sense.
Maybe not to you.
Don't you get it? You're just a piece of ass to him. And an easy one at that.
What gives you the right to be jealous?
What makes you think I am?
You heard me say I left the door unlocked.
Last I heard, it couldn't be locked.
What did you expect? An invitation?
Forget it. I don't go for sloppy seconds anyway.
Sure seemed like you were ready to go last night.
Talking to you. That's a man you can count on, right?
What do you know?
I know a plain girl when I see one. With dreams don't make no sense.
Maybe not to you.
Don't you get it? You're just a piece of ass to him. And an easy one at that.
What gives you the right to be jealous?
What makes you think I am?
You heard me say I left the door unlocked.
Last I heard, it couldn't
Well, what
lock.
did you expect, an invitation?
Forget it. I don't go for sloppy seconds anyhow.
Well, sure seemed like you were ready to go last night.
Don't worry. Don't sweat it. Go do something wrong, then move along. Cause it won't weigh on your mind if you don't let it. It isn't hard to say, I'm so sorry. I meant better. Hell, it's nothing new. You put me through. Take the time out to spell out just why in your birth letter. It isn't hard to say. say goodbye. Monty's not the point, isn't now, never was. But you can't ever get enough of a thing you don't need. What your mind doesn't heed, your heart does. Don't worry, don't sweat it. Don't know what he said, I'm in your bed, but it took him all the way. And you don't get it, 'cause anyone can say I'm so lonely. I want someone, damn it, he's the kind you always find doing something to catch someone's eye. Who's the real dumb one? It isn't hard to say goodbye.
Really
Monty's
bothers you.
not the point,
Monty had the
isn't
nerve to
now,
do what
never
you were
was.
only dreaming of.
But you can't
Monty's
ever
is a
get
boy
enough
play,
of
I
a
know
thing you
that,
don't
but I
need.
don't
What your
regret
mind
it.
doesn't
I did
need,
something
your
fine, I'll remember
heart
forever. Two kinds of people in this world. Some say yes and some say no. I'm only learning to say yes. I'm bound to make mistakes, but I'm bound to try. I know you think I'm no great shakes, but there's more to me than meets the eye. Goodbye. If I was smart, I'd go back home, but I don't give a damn. And I'll tell you why. I'm miles and miles from who I am, but once I'm not afraid or shy. Goodbye. I'm gonna miss you, Flick. A lot. I wish you felt the same as I. Goodbye.
Well, you just made this easy on yourself, didn't you?
I told you the truth, Flick. Why can't you do the same?
Violet pushes past Flick to the bus bathroom. Monty boards the bus with a bag full of candy.
I better go back and get her.
No, leave her be.
If she don't come out, how am I gonna wish her luck?
You're never gonna see her again, right?
I don't know. Maybe.
If you do go back there, at least set her down gentle. She's not a one-nighter.
She might surprise you there. Anyway, it ain't so easy for me. I take one look in them sad eyes. I'm ready to promise her anything she wants.
Yeah, as soon as you break that promise, it'll hit her twice as hard.
At least I won't be with her when it hits.
That's what you think? Damn, I don't got no time for a boy like you.
Flick gets up and starts to collect his things.
Now wait a minute, Flick. Come on, you're right. I need your help. What do I say?
You got my number, so call me when it's convenient for you.
Sit down.
Some night you're drunk and you're lonely, got nothing better to do. I'll be sitting home waiting to hear from you.
I got your number, I'll call you.
I got your number, I'll call
Expect
you.
to hear from me soon.
Expect to hear from me. You never know if the army might be your neighbor by June.
Good. Ride me anytime.
I'll wait to hear from you.
You weren't too bad for a soldier. You weren't the best of the worst. But when you started to cry, boy, I'll tell you that was the first. Don't you think I know I won't be hearing from you? Oh.
Violet, you all right in there? She's getting sick. You nervous or something?
It's all the candies and sodas. What do you think? Isn't this your stop? Better get ready to go. You got my number, so
what?
You got my number, so what? You got my number, so call me.
Expect to hear from me soon.
Some night you're drunk and you're lonely.
Under the spell of the moon.
I'll be sitting home knitting something fitting, just waiting to hear from you.
Come on, Monty.
What? Promise me, Violet. Promise you'll do this. Once you're healing through.
Monty.
Come to this station anytime Sunday. I'll be here for you. I'll be waiting by the roadside. Anytime I'll make do. I've been waiting for a lifetime to get your sweet kiss. So violet promise, 'cause I'll be waiting for you. Promise me, Violet, why won't you face me? All I want is you. You're not some beauty that don't concern me. I'll be here for you. I've been waiting for a lifetime. Make my lonesome dream.
Am I just caught up in a dream? I've been waiting for a lifetime for someone simply to look and see me the way that I see you.
Promise me,
I
Violet,
take a different line.
why won't you
Yep, I won't be passing
promise
through.
like I promised?
It costs a lot, you know.
I'll buy your ticket back.
I got your number, my darling. The fun has only begun. Well, stop it only an evening. Tonight's better than one. Don't you think I know I won't be hearing from you?
Slow down, you know I'm the best thing has ever happened to you.
Too bad you open your mouth, boy. You look too good to be true.
Look, I'm coming back here Sunday. I'll see you then, alright? And you get off that bus.
No, I won't.
Now leave the girl in peace. You really expect to get the toast back?
Just don't get do you? I'll be waiting by the roadside. Are you on the way, or are you in the way? I say, are you on, or are you in the way?
I depend on you, my Lord, because I know.
Does anybody in the way had better get out of the way tonight? How would you like your friends if the Lord would raise you up tonight?
Just keep that spotlight on me, whatever happens. And then I'm going to read from my Bible like I'm going to read from it. Before we are done here this evening, I believe that every cane will be broken, every wheelchair will be abandoned, every stretcher will be overturned. Glory to God. And this is where I'm introduced to volunteer choir from Philadelphia, from the city of brotherly love. Now get ready now. This is where y'all going to sing again.
And let's hear it for the preacher. On page 68.
Praise the Lord. Jesus wants to heal you, to comfort you, to make you prosperous and normal. Praise the Lord. Blessed is his name. The same power who raised this blue and white chapel in Tulsa, Oklahoma, claim to fame. The one solid city block, hope, and glory building. He can raise you up too, friend. He is a bone healer, a fever breaker, a cancer ender, a tumor disappearer. Who believes Jesus has the power to heal? Raise your hands if you believe. Now, what's happened is this woman who cannot walk, and Virgil's gonna raise whoever it might be onto the stage and send her up to me. You see what's happened right before our eyes now. Engineer, I might start speaking in tongues at this point. If the spirit moves me, you just hit me with the spot when that happens. This little woman is dancing, friends. There's someone invisible but invincible. In this chapel tonight, God is with us in this chapel tonight. And I'll open up the Bible like I'm gonna read from it before we call it a night in this glorious chapel. I believe every cane will be broken. I believe every wheelchair will be abandoned. I believe every stretcher will be overturned. And here's where I'll introduce the volunteer choir from Virgil.
Philadelphia, sir.
The city of brotherly love. Y'all get ready now. This is where y'all start singing again.
Except in our
That's
reading,
right.
they
Raise
won't.
yourselves up off your seats. Raise up, my Bible says, shout unto God with the voice of triumph. Blessed is his name. Look at what God's doing before I start laying hands on people. Imagine what he's going to do after I start. Glory. Raise your hand and let's shout. Raise that special on me now, engineer. That's your cue. Raise the light. Engineer, how much am I paying you? Where's the Fresno I just purchased?
To the choir, you can keep singing
All
until
right.
stop.
All right. Shut up. You there. Are you awake or not?
You mean me?
Mind telling me what happened to my cue? What kind of engineer are you?
I'm not an engineer.
How do you expect to run a light board then? Give me strength.
I'm here to see you.
All right then, you see me. Now you're fired.
But I don't work for you.
Not after today, you don't. People, what's the matter with you? Do I have to do everything alone? I need your help.
And I need yours. I came here to be healed.
Tomorrow night, sister. The same night you people are gonna be on television. You can't be singing like you'd rather be fishing. Lula here's the only one singing for me. She's giving me what I need. The rest of you?
I'm singing for the Lord.
What?
Not for you, for the Lord.
Of course, that's what I meant.
I hope so.
I
just thought
I was wonderful. Excuse me.
Thank you, baby.
Virgil, where are you?
Right here, sir.
Go and minister to this young lady. And Virgil?
Yes, sir.
Clear the chapel of the singers first. We don't want any scuffs in the Naga hide.
Right. Everybody, that's a 6 o'clock call tomorrow, a 6:30 show.
As the choir files out, Virgil takes Violet's arms.
I never thought of it as a show before.
Right this way, ma'am.
I came to talk to the preacher.
Nobody talks to him unless they talk to me first.
You're so young. I need his blessing.
Not to worry, ma'am. We'll get you taken care of in a jiffy.
On the way down the mountain, the father supports young Vi. She holds a quilt to her cheek.
Papa, careful!
Easy does it. Hold on, baby. There we are.
How far?
We're halfway down by now. We'll get you taken care of somehow.
I have something to show him.
Perhaps you could show me first.
All right, but you'll take me to him after. Yes. Well, this is everything I need. I've written it all down. My name, my one desire, and the Bible verses which must speak for me.
We can cross it.
Hold on tight now, be prepared.
I'm scared.
I know, but don't you fret. We'll get you taken care of. Yet, don't
Oh,
you
sister,
fret.
we will certainly pray for your spirit.
Never mind my spirit.
Now, all suffering has a purpose.
That may be true, but that doesn't make it
You
right.
know what? Why don't you kneel
Hold
with
on,
me? Let's
baby.
kneel.
Almost
Lord,
there.
help us to remember that you have a
Heaven
purpose
for
in
that.
all things.
We'll get you taken
With me
care
today
of
is...
soon.
How's your name, sister? 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 Oh, no. No. Hey, security! We have a scrambler!
Hello? Mr. Preacher? Anybody? This is where the preacher stands. No one's left to testify for me. All I have are your words, Lord, to raise me up and set me free. Lazarus, the withered hand, the ear of Malchus, the woman at the door of Peter's house, the healing pool of Bethesda.
She is startled when the preacher sits up straight.
Preacher, hello? Mr. Preacher?
I mean, you was talking about a valley, not a scar.
Please don't send me away again.
What are you doing in my chapel?
I need your help. Jesus healed an impediment of speech. See my impediment? Mud and blind eyes man was all he needed, remember?
Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain. That's in Proverbs.
I shall yet praise him who is health of my countenance. Psalms, see?
By the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better. Ecclesiastes 7:3.
Oh, that's not fair. And it isn't true, besides.
Why don't we go find Virgil?
Please help me. I have such high hopes for you.
So many people do, sister, but right now I'm exhausted. Come on.
She is excited when he takes her by the hand, but he tries to lead her out of the chapel.
Come back another time. You got to go home.
I can't. Not tonight. I came from North Carolina on a Greyhound bus.
What do people think? I'm a healing jukebox? Drop a quarter in and watch me go? Come to the service tomorrow, sister, like everybody else.
Well, which is it? A service or a show? Call it an act and you could take it to Vegas.
Let me tell you something, Miss Hoity-Toity. I started out preaching from the back of a flatbed truck. I faced the doubtful, I faced the hostile. I faced the clan, sister. I was on fire for the Lord. I could feel his power burning in my fingers, and most everybody who came got their miracle.
Papa, careful!
Easy does it. Hold on, baby, there we are.
How far?
We're halfway down by now. We'll get you taken care of somehow.
I got something to show him.
Perhaps you can show me first.
God Almighty,
All right.
show your
But only if you bring me to him after.
God Almighty, please.
Here's what I
forgive.
need. It's
God
everything written down. My name, my one desire.
Your mercy.
The Bible verses which will speak for me.
Almighty.
If you won't.
But your scar's already healed though, right?
Come here to be called vain by you.
The service and stuff, people got so excited they healed themselves. Truth is, sister, the fire's gone out. Why don't we kneel together and pray?
Send it to Vegas.
Let me tell you something, Miss Hoity-Toity. I started out preaching on the back of a flatbed truck. I faced the doubtful. I faced the hostile. I faced the clan. Sister, I was on fire for the Lord. I could feel his power burning through my fingers. And most everybody who came got their miracle.
Well, why can't I have one too, please?
Why don't we kneel together and pray for that inner beauty?
You pray for it. That's not what I need. You know it.
Well, if you already know what you need, then what'd you come to me for?
That's the point. I don't know what I need. Look at me. I need some of that fire off your fingers.
Truth is, sister, the fire's gone out. Been out for quite some time.
You dirty thing! You've stolen years of my life!
Once I had everything scripted, the Almighty started missing his cues. Even if I wanted to heal you, I couldn't. Sometimes with the trimmings and the service and stuff, people got so excited they healed themselves. Maybe Vegas ain't such a bad idea.
How can you do this to people? Preying on the gullible like me? I didn't come here to be called vain by you, Mr. Pretend Preacher in your coat and tie.
You realize there's nothing really wrong with you.
Maybe it's vain to worry you're ugly. But if you're worse than that, if you're disfigured, that's not vanity. That's pain, pure and simple.
But your scar's already healed though, right? If you were lame, well, maybe we could get those legs to work, but say your legs are long gone. The stump's already healed, right?
Wings of an angel, I fly
You
away,
with
I
me?
fly away. I wanna fly like an I fly
You gotta
away.
understand.
I fly to you before
you
I'm
let-
mistaken. Ooh, ah,
Can
you
you
want your
just-
chance? Oh, won't you raise up?
Don't
Raise
count.
up your hand if you're ready. If you're ready. Tell me to touch them, wanna be healed.
What are you
Raise up.
doing?
Tell what the power to heal. Raise up. You can talk now if you want. Ooh, what is his name? You can say that all up now if you want. His name is Jesus.
Jesus, girl. This is not what you need. You're barking up the wrong tree.
I am on my way. This is supposed to heal you because you're prosperous and normal, yeah? I am on my way. Oh no, you're not going anywhere. On my way. I am on my way. Raise me up, Lord, won't you raise me up and on my... Look at me. No one will look at me. No one will dare to spend the time it takes to look at me, to really look at me. What did I do to make you angry at me? My God, this is so hard. Look at me, look at me. Can you imagine what it's like when people look at me? Look at me, is this the tender mercy that you're known for? My God, don't be so hard. Give me the wings of an angel. Don't pull back, don't shudder, look elsewhere, lose interest, I'm almost there. This is where the preacher stands. Two kinds of people in this world, and all I have are promises to raise me up and set me free. I'd like a pair of steady eyes, and aim a gun's eyebrows, or anybody's cheekbones. A different mouth from me that do with better nose to please the eyes of God. Give me something of my own, something mine, so I won't be ashamed whenever no man do look at me. Why won't you look at me? It was an accident, or was it really? Look at me! God damn it, look at me! This is your handiwork, the gift you gave me.
So what? Once I look at you, then what, huh? Here I am looking at you, satisfied?
You act like it's all my fault.
You're not the one who up and decides one day the woodshed is the place to
I'm
play.
not the one who's the trick to see if his blade is loose.
It wasn't loose!
Be careful.
The ship's in now, damn it, a man can't be expected to check the ship out of the use today!
And I just wanted to apologize.
Don't try to quote to me from the Book of Suffering.
You know nothing about it!
I know it's every page by heart!
You try on this face. before you dare talk to me of suffering.
Young Vi runs off and her father calls after her.
I know it. I know it's every page by heart.
I'd like to see you try on this face before you dare speak to me of suffering.
What is it you want to hear?
You know what I want to hear.
It was all my fault? Is that what you want me to say? Well, all right then. It was all my fault. I'm sorry, and there's an end to it.
There is no end to it. Not for me.
Just tell me what you want, damn you. I will say it. I will do it. What does it take?
The last 12 years of my life? Can you get those back for me? Can you take back all the frightened looks from little girls, the jeers their brothers flung at me, the words of Christian sympathy their parents spat in my face like boiling oil?
You think the accident leave a mark on me?
Not out for everybody to see and sicken by.
Farmer Carl was chopping wood, chopped his daughter pretty good. Don't let Farmer Carl see you. He might split your face in two.
And then he'll take you to a stupid doctor who sews you up like a pair of old shoes. And then he'll wait 5 years too long and try and make it right. You know what I think? You did it on purpose. You were afraid I'd leave if I were pretty, so you took care of that. You made damn sure no one else would come within a mile of me.
He shakes her, checking an impulse to hit her.
Each day I got you out of bed, saw that you were fed. That's what I could do. Sundays I give you change to go to a picture show. That's what I could do. That's all I knew to do. You're the image of your mama. She's in everything you are. You got her eyes, you got her smile. But your own spirit carried you this far. If I could, I'd take away your scar. Forgive me, you're my only star. Look how bright, look how strong, look how beautiful you are. I raised a stronger child than me, which you'll always be. That's what I could do. I raised you strong enough to start seeing with your heart. That's what I could do. That's all I knew to do. The rest, I guess, is up to you, child.
Child, is there someone who can make you happy?
She's embarrassed.
You don't have to say. I understand. Keep a secret from your old man.
I want to bless you, but that's not my job. I would if it were up to me.
He takes a step back.
Look at you. Just look at you.
Did I have a miracle?
I wish your mama could see you like this.
That's temptation.
Oh my God. Thank you. Did he fix the nose too, or just the cheek?
Maybe she's watching us right now.
He almost touches her cheek.
I want to touch it, but maybe that's temptation. I should wait until it's settled.
I am bushed.
Papa, tell me, what do you see when you look at me?
I could almost sleep forever.
There is a great whirring sound, and all the Bible quotes on the altar are borne mysteriously into the air, then scattered. When they have settled, the father has disappeared.
I should wait until it's settled.
I am blushed.
Papa, tell me, what do you see when you look at me?
I could almost sleep forever.
ones appear accidental. I don't dare to look it in the mirror. Give him time to get the features clearer. But by the soldier's base, wait and see. When I show my brand new face, when I show my brand new face, when I show my brand new face, I'll be...
I said, move along, miss.
Mr. Wallace Weatherman, remember me?
Name's Johnson, man. It says so right on the tag.
Hi there, where you headed?
I'm so tired of sitting. A hop, skipping, and jump from North Carolina to Penn. Need my body redesigned.
Thought my ride was bad, but yours is worse, huh?
Wish my clothes were looser fit.
I would like to use this moment to bring you closer to God.
Think I'm gonna lose my mind. Need some cobbler a la mode. There's a station down the road. I'll get some coffee for the road.
You know, before I bought my flea circus, I was a barker on the Midway. Now, there's money in fleas, but I can't say it's my calling. There's just no way to do it artistic.
I had 3 straight husbands teach me to drive before it took.
Grab a leak to sneak a smoke.
So this traffic cop didn't know where to run. I just swerved several times before I hit him.
No roll. That my wife's misbehaving.
And then I married him too. You know, once you got out of emergency. That's a Christian thing.
Think I'm gonna have a stroke. Need some cobbler a la mode. There's a station down the road. I'll get some coffee for the road.
Earl remains in the bathroom smoking. To the others on the bus.
Am I the only one that smells it?
Coming from the case.
What do fleas eat anyway?
Oh, don't even.
Should we open it? Get your
paws off of my fleas.
Sir, have you found the Lord?
I never knew he was missing.
Jesus loves you too, sister.
That may be, but what's it got to do with you?
I can laugh. Not after what he's done to me. Mister, can I have a cigarette? I want to lift up my smoke so every eye follows to my brand new.
Have one of mine, sweetie. Who knows what he's smoking?
Let's read my mind to Raymond.
To the old lady.
Mabel.
You might be interested in some of my literature.
She threatens to swat away his pamphlet with her fan. He drops it.
If you had a miracle, how do you suppose it would come? All at once, like a lightning bolt? Or melting as slow as the bus ride from Tulsa to Fort Smith?
Or in a package about 6'2", smoky gray eyes.
Anyway, it hardly matters. Monty won't come and I won't stop.
Now, who is Monty? Is he stationed at Fort Smith?
But what if Monty's waiting? I'll tiptoe into the bus station, and when he turns, he won't know me. I'll have to explain how this gypsy hair and juicy mouth is still Violet Carl.
Color eyes does he have, honey?
But if he turns and knows it's me by my old face, I'll run away. I'll say, Mr. Johnson, don't you dare let that man on this bus.
He startles the driver out of a reverie.
God in heaven.
I don't think Monty will follow.
For me, smoky gray. Or get out of my way.
I don't even think he'll come.
Fort Smith, next stop.
Reaches
Time
into
to
her
freshen
pocketbook.
Time to
for a
freshen
call.
up.
No!
She turns her face away.
You could use some powder too.
It's your mirror I'm avoiding. I don't want to jinx my miracle. You see, before I went to Tulsa, my entire cheek was covered by a great big star, clear across my nose.
I'm not sure what to make of that, dear.
I know it's hard to believe, seeing me now, but as soon as I step off the bus, my healing will be complete.
How long has it been there since you got back? How long has it been since your back has seen a mattress, baby?
Maybe a day and a half. Good old lady.
Ooh, somebody's gonna sleep good tonight.
10 minutes.
Peering out the window. The soldiers aren't here. Neither one.
Best get off the bus and see. Wait, let me at least get the hair out of your eyes.
And she pulls back the strand of Violet's hair. Violet gets off the bus. From the blacktop, she tries to look through the glass paneled walls of the station to the people inside.
I'm so tired of sitting, a hop, skip, and a jump from North Carolina to Penn.
My body thought my ride was bad, but yours is worse, huh?
Wish my clothes were looser fit.
I would like to use this moment to bring you closer to God.
Think I'm gonna lose my mind.
Need some cobbler mode. There's a station down the road.
First thing I'll do, get some dance. Irish stew, thick and hearty Irish stew.
Side to side,
Have some
any
taste.
taste.
No matter what, some blackberry
I could try to sell what I can't give away.
made good time crossing Oklahoma.
Monty, in the dress uniform of the Green Berets, spots Violet. One of the glass panels of the station walls is a door, and it opens to reveal Flick.
Violet, there you are. I wasn't sure which bus you'd be on.
Monty! It was all I could do not to sneak a look before I got here. Well, what do you think?
I tried to tell you what would happen, but you didn't want to hear it.
Oh!
Her hand flies to her cheek. She takes off running. The sun makes a funhouse mirror of the glass door Flick holds open, and in it, Violet sees her own image reflected. Perhaps this is the one time we see her face, scar and all, and as she sees it, she stares at herself, too stunned to speak. When the glass door closes, the spell is broken.
Sergeant Grady Fliggins, what brings you here?
I've been waiting since daylight. Scared to miss you. Scared you might not.
Come with me to San Francisco. I'll get you a ticket, Violet.
Go away, both of you. Don't look at me.
We'll have a few days together before I go. See, I'm going to Vietnam. Violet, I volunteered.
Flick? Not you. You can't.
Not
go.
me. Not me.
Nah. Special Forces only takes good soldiers, right? Look, I found a ring in my Cracker Jack.
Holds it out to her.
It's one of them omens. I'll get you a real one in San Francisco, I promise. See, I didn't know you'd even come back for me, but you did. So what do you say about it? Want to hitch a ride to the Monty Mobile?
Please, I'm so ashamed.
I didn't mean to. Don't cry. Things will be okay. It barely even counts as a war. Flick, make her stop.
Pockets the plastic ring.
I'll write to you, Violet. How's that? Listen, I'm gonna miss you. Wish me luck.
You be careful.
Anyway.
Monty moves away. Young Violet emerges from the station.
Violet, maybe you still feel 100 miles from who you are.
I've got to get back on that bus.
I know who you are, and I know where you belong too.
All alone on the side of some goddamn mountain.
Oh, Violet, you belong with me. I wish you could have seen yourself when you first stepped off that bus.
I wanted a pair of Jean Tierney eyes, and Ava Gardner's eyebrows, and anybody's cheekbones. But nothing's changed. It's too late now. I'm going home. God, can't you leave me?
changed, but look at you. You're different. You're not the girl you were when you began. And look at me. Stand back and look at me. I'm not at all the man you first laid eyes on. Look at me. Sweet Jesus, look at me. I can't begin to find the words to tell you how I love you. I've been waiting for a lifetime, and now you're so near. I'm gonna wait here until the wait is through. Promise me, Violet,
How can I promise?
like I promised you.
Careful now, Grady. You better mean this.
All I want is you. I've been waiting
to lose, afraid to lose.
Scared my chance would fall.
How do I know you'll never leave?
I've been waiting.
You're the one I'm
lifetime.
waiting for.
Someone
The
simply
first one to simply
to look and see me
the way that I see you. Mama, wise men have eyes. If I tell him, don't you tell. Blick, what do you see when you look at me? Mama, wise men have hands. If I tell him, don't you tell. Go ask your beau, he'll understand. There's honey in the bushes, Lord, and water in the well.
If I ask you to be with me by and by, will you meet me tonight, love? If it's too dark to see with the naked eye, will you bring me to light?
If I happen to stagger and fall behind, will you help me to fight, love? Will you help me to walk? Will you ease my mind? Will you bring me to light? Will you bring me to light? I know you will try to help me find my way, love. I won't wonder why when nights are long, if you hold me till it's light. Like the clouds in the night is young. Like the storm at its height, love.
Like a baby the first time she opens her eyes.
Will you bring me to light? Will you bring me to light? Will you bring me to light? To light, to light, to light, to light. Left my troubles back there when I climbed on board. Jordan River's where you'll find me. It's wide but not too wide to fall. And as I go, and as I go, as I go, as I go, as I go, I want you with me. If I tell you my heart has been open wide, if I tell you I'm frightened, if I show you the darkness I hold inside.
right, thank you. And I'm going to ask the actors to come into frame so we can do a staged reading virtual curtain call if you are capable, and you can put emojis in the chat on YouTube. They deserve it. Here they go. Hello, and if you would all just, we'll start up in the upper, well, it doesn't really matter. The frames are never the same. But the person who is in my upper left-hand corner is Brett. If you would say your name, where you are right now, and what characters you played, and then go ahead and popcorn and throw it to somebody else. That will be your version of a bow.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brett Hughes. I'm in Plattsburgh, New York right now, and I was Monty. I'm going to popcorn it to Violet.
Hi, my name is Peyton Powell. I live here in Jeffersonville in Sullivan County, and I played Violet. And I'm going to give it to Angie.
Hi, my name's Angie. I played young Vi and Mabel at the end, and I'm in Eldred, New York right now, and I'm gonna popcorn it to Jordan.
Did you say me? Okay, cool. Hi, I'm Jordan. I'm also in Eldred, New York right now. I played the father. I'll popcorn to Julia.
Hello, I'm Julia. I am the director, as you heard at the beginning. Thank you so much for watching. I'm in Eldred, New York, and I'm going to popcorn it to my lovely stage manager, JJ Devis.
Hello, my name is JJ Devis, and I read the stage directions, and I was the stage manager's pronouns she, they, and I am currently in Orange County, and I'll popcorn it to Jonathan.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Lewis. I'm currently in Brooklyn, New York, and I played the character Flick. I'm currently going to throw it to Brandon.
Hello, my name is Brandon. I am currently in Liberty, New York, and I played various male ensemble parts. And I will popcorn it to Willa.
Hi, I'm Willa. I'm in Liberty, New York, and I played all of the female ensemble characters. I guess I'll give it to Jess? Question mark?
That's fine. And I'm Jessica Lopez Barkle. I run the theater program at SUNY Sullivan. I'm super proud of all of our actors and emerging directors. This is our last reading for our disability disorder series. And this it was an experiment, and it was a lot of fun to watch our former students and our friends that are new directors kind of take these over and just have, just surprise us with what they created. So that was really cool. If you have any questions, I did put that in the chat. You can put that in the chat. I'll wait like a couple more minutes and sort of vamp a little bit. I also left the Survey Monkey pinned to the chat so that if you could vote for your favorites, I will be sending that out to the community with the links to all of the shows if you have missed them. If you have missed them, you're not listening to me saying this, so that's kind of an existential moment for everybody, but whatever, it's cool. But with that, it looks like with the 20-second delay, there are no questions. There weren't too many concurrent viewers anyway, so I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but I know some people watch after the fact. So thank you so much for supporting live theater and all of its strange and weird environments that we have provided this season. This is sort of the end of our 2020-2021 season in preparation for our 2021-2022 season, in which we will be in person and we will be enacting all sorts of hello and trying to make you feel welcome. But we have learned a lot, and we've learned about creating access and creating lots of opportunities for different types of people and voices. So thank you so much for joining us for our shows. If you have any questions, you can always email me at jbarkle@sunysullivan.edu. And if you know anybody who wants to be in the theater program, and even if they're like a rising senior and they want to get some credits out of the way, send them my way, please. We are recruiting. All right, we love you. We love people who support live theater in all of its strange environments. Thank you, Julia, for your hard work. Thank you, actors, for your volunteerism. We are going off the air.